What we have here is the most sought after machine in Lelit's lineup. It combines performance, practicality and unmatched value for money. That's why the Lelit Bianca V3 has developed so many fans all around the world. Today we're going to take an overview of this machine and discover what its secrets are. So the machine probably has a configuration that you've already seen in other rivals. It's a double boiler stainless steel coffee machine with E61 group and rotatory pump. What makes this machine so special is its standard features, because it comes with a lot of things that are not standard in some of these machines' rivals. For instance, the flow control. Now, flow control is a very interesting type of accessory to have. It allows you to decide at every point during the extraction how much pressure you want. It's a small valve put inside the E61 group, and it's very useful. I mean, many companies nowadays have introduced it for E61 groups, but Lelit was actually the first company to actually introduce this as standard in a coffee machine. Compared to other machines in its class, the size is also something to take notice of. It's extremely compact compared to other machines. Just before we were reviewing the Syncronica 2, and it's staggering how different the size is between these two machines. Now, another feature that this machine has as standard is the wood accents. Now, this version is in white and will have the maple wood details, whereas the chrome version does have the walnut details. And it's pretty cool because usually the other rivals don't offer this wood accent. They would offer them, but as extra. But this machine comes actually with everything, even the flow control in wood, the feet as well are in wood, and also the tamper comes in the matching wood accent. So pretty good to have. Another different feature, quite unusual, of this machine is the decision that they made for the water tank. Well, as you know, this machine has the option, having a rotatory pump, to either get the water from a water tank, which is fitted behind, or even to plumb it in directly to the water line. However, the water tank is actually outside of the machine and is movable. You can take it out and move it maybe in the side. This is actually a very useful feature because I know that many people might have a counter which doesn't have a big depth, and so having the choice of moving the water tank from behind to the side could be an ideal solution for many kitchens. But that's not all, because there's another feature that this machine comes with that is different from its rivals. Lelit is probably one of the first companies that decided to substitute the single portafilter with the bottomless portafilter. And that actually makes a lot of sense, because in Espresso Coffee Shop we've seen many of our users that actually want to buy the bottomless as an option, whereas Lelit will just fit for you the bottomless as standard instead of the single portafilter, which is honestly not used that much anymore by the users of this type of machines. Together with the portafilter, the machine comes with 3 different IMS filters, the single, the double and the triple one, which is also a nice feature to have in such a machine. Now, one feature this latest version, the V3, is fitted with is the low flow mode. This function allows you to actually decide to have a lower flow at the start and at the end of the extraction. This machine does it by putting a solenoid valve between the boiler and the group head, which actually can decide the flow, can actually partially close instead of closing totally or opening totally. So this is a very nice feature actually to have in the machine. And of course, there is, apart from this low flow mode, the possibility to do a preinfusion mode, which is also configurable in the PID. Now, all of these features that I have just listed are present in all of its competitors, or some even not actually. But for a much higher price. In fact, this machine, I said at the start of the video, is loved by many people, especially because of the value for money. It's by far in its category the machine that offers the best value for your money. And so, yes, this is another reason why it has such a big fan base. Whether it's a low flow mode or a pre-infusion mode, or you simply want to change the temperature of either boiler, you have to control it through this PID screen. Now, it's not very difficult to use it, and I'm going to show you actually now in an in-depth view of how to do it. Okay, so let's see how the interface in the Lelit Bianca works. So we start by pressing the minus button, and we have here the pre-infusion mode, which right now is off, but we can turn on by pressing the plus button of how many seconds you want. If we want to deactivate it, we just go off again and we wait a few seconds. Now we go to the low flow start mode, which is the low flow mode at the start. Similarly, you can turn it on and it's confirmed on. Then you can select the number of seconds in which you want the low flow start. To confirm, you just wait. Then you have the low flow final, so the low flow at the end, which you can also turn on. To confirm, wait again a couple of seconds. And here is the number of seconds that you can program the low flow. You have the brew temperature offset, and of course, if we go back, we can modify the brew boiler temperature. Right now it's at 95, we confirm it. And then of course the steam boiler, which can go all the way up to 135. We're gonna keep it at 120. Wait to confirm, and here we are. We also have another mode, which is the standby mode, which we can turn on here. It can be turned off, or with the plus button, we can put it up to 540 minutes. We're gonna keep it just at 30. And we confirm by waiting. So, this was the Bianca V3. It's a coffee machine that is powerful, high quality, and happens also to come with a lot of standard equipment. That makes the machine a very obvious choice for many coffee lovers. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, and let's see you in the next video.